So, all right. Welcome everyone to the very first Team Bring the Joy Zoom. Woohoo. We're here recapping Summit and talking about some things coming our way. And I wanted to kick it off with some recognition. Woohoo. And I lost my page, so give me a second. I was trying to make so many notes. All right, recognition. So far, we have quite a few of you that already have Success Club points for the month, and I'm so impressed. Emily at SC6, leading the way, and Corey is already at SC2. Good job, Emily's team. Jordan Trevino is already at SC4. Karis is at SC2. Go, Karis. And Jenna is at SC2 as well. So I'm super impressed. We have quite a few of you guys who are clearly working the biz. Good job. Some announcements are, obviously you guys have heard about Daily Sunshine coming out. It's a drink specifically made for kids. It's really cool because it's pediatrician approved, which is not what Shakeology is. So when we've had objections in the past to people not wanting to give it to their kids, now you have something to offer and you get 2 Success Club points. So it's the same as selling Shakeology, which is really nice. You've probably heard about Clean Week. We talked about, or I posted the video about it today. And that's fantastic because basically it's a way for us, you guys, to run 5-day free groups. Hi, girls. We went ahead and got started. Clean Week is coming out in September. And instead of us having to run a 5-day free group, come up with all of our own recipes, workouts, things like that, they've put it all together for us. So there will already be the meal plan. They will get 7 days of Shakeology, and they're introducing them to different moves from all the different programs that Beachbody has, toning it down so that most people could do it. Because sometimes people jump in and they struggle. So it's perfect, and it's only $29, which is less than the sampler has been. So we're going to be taking advantage of that. My plan is to run them the same as I would a free group. So probably like once a month. There's no reason to be killing yourself running these and 21-day free groups or 21-day groups. So, and then Double Time is the new program that's coming out. That's for kids and parents, or for people to do it with like a partner and to be interactive. The whole point of making it was they really want to work on childhood obesity. 1 out of 3 kids is obese right now, and that's a pretty scary statistic. And they know that in today's world, everybody is super disconnected. So the whole point of this was to have people working out and being together and not being like on their phones in the same room. So I'm excited for that. It's going to be fun. So that's all coming out soon. And before we get started, some of you were on this thread from the current group going on that I really wanted to address really quick. And some of you aren't even on here, but we had, while I was at Summit, some of the girls wondering what to do handling a certain person who was complaining about the group being really big and not liking all the check-ins and stuff like that. And I responded to you guys, but I wanted to readdress that because I felt like maybe I came across as too blunt, because sometimes I get very like, what? Like, just nip it in the bud. And I was like, well, I want you to know, like, I'm not upset. I don't mind the group size, and you all can decide what you're comfortable with. But I do really feel that we as coaches set the tone for our clients, and we give them those expectations. And just so you know, from here on out, whenever we do a group, I will be posting a video like the first day or 2 in the challenge group that sets those expectations. And I'll tell people, this is a large group. Don't have your notifications turned on for everyone. Maybe only have it turned on for your coaches. Maybe only check it once a day. Like, don't be doing all of that or you will get overwhelmed. So just so you know, you can give me suggestions for what you think should go in that video to set the expectations, but I will be laying that out. But I would appreciate all of you guys also, not that you're not, but giving those expectations to your clients as well, because they should know. I mean, they're being invited to a group. It's not a one-on-one thing. So just wanted to address that really quick. I think we'll start with Emily. Emily, you were going to share your thoughts and takeaways from Summit.
I'm going to go first.
Yeah, I figured we would. And everybody else, if you can mute, that would be good.
Yeah. Question, though, for Stephanie and Joy. Do you guys know, for the Clean Week, can people do that more than one time?
That is a good question.
Can they order it?
They don't have to have a membership, so I don't see why they couldn't. Okay. But from what I understand, they only get those Clean Week exercises.
Right.
they only get that meal plan. So they're,
and I guess every time they're going to be buying a $30 sampler, but
right. They may as well just do the thing.
yeah. All right. Okay, cool. I'm going to just talk about a few of my takeaways that I had from Summit. This was my first Summit, and it was really awesome. And hopefully all of you guys will be going with us next year. I already bought my ticket, so I couldn't back out for next year. So, hey, Jordan. So it was really fun because Joy and I stayed in a house together. We had a lot of fun just like talking about the business and meeting other people, and came away from it super motivated and ready to just be a little more, I guess, professional in my business and really think of it as a business. And so one of the things I thought about was about what, after Summit, I've heard that a lot of people hit the ground running and like go for it. And so one of the things that stuck with me is that the reason, like the only difference between before Summit and after Summit is having motivational things put into your mind and like getting this sense of belief in yourself that you can do it. And so I wrote down a quote. I don't even remember who wrote it. I have like literally like, Joy gave me a notebook and it's like half full of notes just from Summit. It's crazy. But the quote was that belief drives action, and action drives success. So in this business, it's really important to believe in yourself, because that's going to make it so you actually take action and talk to people, invite people, and then that is what's going to lead to success. So how do you just on a daily basis put belief into yourself? It's really the personal development stuff. So reading books, if you don't have time to sit down and read, listening to books in your car, listening to podcasts. I work full time, so I have pockets of time that I do that. On my way to work, I listen to a book on tape. While I'm at work, I listen to various podcasts. When I drive home, I listen to podcasts or a book in my car. And so it's constantly feeding yourself things that are going to help you grow, help you believe in yourself, and help you give that confidence to do this business and to take the actions that are going to make you successful. So that was kind of just like a motivational thing that really stuck with me. And I think there were multiple people that talked about it. Brendon Burchard was awesome. He was one of the speakers. And if you haven't listened to any of his podcasts or seen him on YouTube, look him up, because his story was just like, I think most of the people were in tears on parts of his story. Like he just really spoke to the heart. And he's just about believing in yourself and realizing that there's more to your life than what you're doing right now. Like you are capable of so much more than you think you are. And you just have to have that belief in yourself. And then you do the actions that will get you to a better life and to do more, and helping other people too in that. Okay. And then Darren Hardy. I love Darren Hardy. My first book that I read in this journey of mine was The Compound Effect. And so if you have not read The Compound Effect, do it or listen to it, because it is a game changer. His whole premise is about small, seemingly insignificant things that you do every single day. And over time, those are taking you somewhere. Whether you like it or not, they're going to either take you forward in your life or go down in your life. So it can relate to your health and fitness journey. It can also relate to your business. So for health and fitness, if you're having a soda every single day, that's going to compound in one direction. If you decide to work out every single day for just 30 minutes a day, that's going to compound in a different direction. So it's really thinking about those little things. Like 30 minutes a day, that's not very much. We have 24 hours in a day. 30 minutes is not that much time. It seems like a very insignificant amount of time. But over time, when you let it go over time, it does add up. And so that happens in our business as well. If we just send out 2 invites a day, or we start 2 new conversations with people a day, that's going to add up and it's going to compound over time. And I started working my business, I think, in October. And I guess that's when I became a discount coach probably like a year or more ago, and then didn't really start working the business till October. And I've just seen like people that I've started little conversations with and planted seeds with, and even just commented and liked posts of people that I hadn't talked to in a long time. Slowly over time, like we've had more conversations, and then they've come around, they've bought challenge packs, and they're in my challenge groups. And it's just like seeing this thing build on itself, which is really awesome to see. So little things every single day and being consistent is super important. It's easy. You can just fit it into your day, super easy, and then you will see the results compound over time. Okay. So then just some of the other practical things that really spoke to me was Chalene Johnson. She talked about social media tips. And so some of the things that she said was that not to use the company first, but to be yourself first. So instead of being the face of the company and always just like showing your Shakeology cup or saying Beachbody and, talking about programs like 21 Day Fix, talk about it in a different way without saying what the product is. And it's all about curiosity marketing. So you want people to ask you questions. You don't want to give them all the information so that they can go Google it and buy it from somebody else. If you put up their 21 Day Fix, they're going to Google, oh, what's this 21 Day Fix thing? And then they can buy it right from the website. And then someone else gets that person as their coach or as their customer. So giving them like a little bit of information where they ask you questions, even if it's not something about Beachbody. Like one of the examples she put on there was someone that had posted something about, they were like, oh, I'm at a Beachbody conference. And it was like, she was in a cute outfit or something. And all of the questions below it were just about the outfit. Because she didn't say anything about the outfit, but she posted a picture and people were interested in that piece of it. And so she could have said like, oh, I'm doing this program, makes me feel so good in this, this new outfit that I have or whatever. So, and then people might be like, oh, what's the program that you're doing? So getting people to ask you questions and be curious is really the goal in social media. And then, so people relate to faces. So I know some people get a little scared of posting selfies and showing themselves in their social media posts, but people are going to relate to that and look at that way more than they are if you like nobody really cares about that. So being in your posts and putting up pictures that people are going to stop the scroll and look for a little bit and read what you're actually writing on there. People don't really want to just see like shake cups or and I've done this too. So if you've done any of these things, don't feel bad. I think all of us have done things that aren't necessarily the best way to get people to talk to you, but we're all learning in this. We're learning new tips. I'm going to try. I hashtag Beachbody all the time. I'm going to try to not do that as much. But I mean too, if things like that are working for you, I know Joy found a coach, Taylor, by hashtagging P90X. So you don't know, like things could lead to other things, but the idea of getting people in by not giving them too much of the information is something that I'm going to try to implement more, and I thought was a really good tip. So I think that's basically all that I had to talk about.
Awesome.
Joy, do you want to talk?
Those were like the two things I love too. No, just they were so good, especially the social media. I was like, So make it your goal this week, you guys, to count questions you get. Not likes or comments, just questions. Try to get questions from people. It's called curiosity marketing. So go for that. All right. You might want to pull out a paper because I have some homework for y'all. Like Emily talked about, if you're struggling in your business, it's because you have a lack of belief in one of three things. So I'm going to have you rate these three things. And we've already talked about them. But I want you to rate on a scale of 1 to 5, with 5 being like you would tattoo this on your body. Like they would cut you and you would bleed blue. Blue for Beachbody. You're so like in. And 1 being you're like, not really sure I want to do like even a coming out post. I'm not even sure I want people to know. Okay. Scale 1 to 5, your belief in yourself. 1, do you believe you can do this? Do you believe you're deserving of success? Do you believe that you can actually grow a business and change people's lives? 2, the products, Shakeology, the workouts, and Carl Deichler as our CEO. If you don't follow him on social media, you should. And 3, the company, which is also, again, kind of Carl, but that's where you go back to, do you believe in the company and its mission, which is to end the trend of obesity, and where it's going? So when you rate those things, if you're from like 1 to 3 on any of those or all of those, then you've got some work to do, is how I would put it. 4 to 5 is where you need to be. And I'll tell you, I wasn't 5 on all of them. But you've got work to do. But the good news is you can do the work. You can change it. It's not something that's stuck. And it should tell you that it's not your fault if your business isn't growing. It's not because you suck at this. It's because you have areas that you need to work on. So like Emily said, 1, action leads to belief. When you get up every day and you do your workout, when you drink your shake, when you show up in our challenge groups, that's what's building your own belief in yourself, you guys. I don't harp on you to do this because I think you need to be consistent. I harp on you because I know you're building integrity with yourself. You're learning, I can do this. 2, like Emily said, personal development. I want to hear from everybody what book you're reading. And I want to know where you're struggling in the business so I can help you find the right book. Because you need to be intentional with your personal development. And then the company, I mean, shoot, we can pull up videos. You can watch Carl Deichler. He spoke when we were there, and it was really fantastic. You guys should watch that if you weren't at Summit. I believe they have it up for us to watch. But also showing up at events, Super Saturday, Summit, all of these things will grow your belief in the company because that's where you get exposed. So that's what I wanted to start with. Some other homework that I had for us to think about is you're not sharing your story enough. We need to lead with ourselves, like Emily said, but people want to know your story. Like, why are you even a coach? Why are you even doing this? Why do you want to help change people's lives? I don't even know if I've ever even heard all of y'all's stories. So here's my idea. I know it can be scary to go public with this at first. So I decided I'm just going to assign weeks to everyone, and you're all going to take a turn posting in our team page a picture and a brief description of your story that could be used as a public post for us to give you feedback. And then 2, you're going to do a live video, and I want it to be 2 minutes or less, sharing your story of why you're a coach and what this means to you. And not live publicly, but live on our team page. And again, for us to give you feedback and for you to have a place to practice. And I'll do it too. Like, we'll all do this together because people join for you. They don't join for the company. They buy into you before they ever buy into the company. And I've recently, and I shouldn't be, but I've been so surprised that I've even had several coaches respond to my GSR questions with, why did you join? And they straight up said, because of you. And I was like, what? I guess I shouldn't be surprised, but I was like, that's surprising. And that shows they're connecting with my story and they're seeing me change and they're seeing a passion for something. And that's what draws them. That's why people want to come. That's why people pick you as their coach and not someone else. And you all have amazing stories, and that's how you change lives. So we're going to practice that. I also have wanted to do a game of sorts, a competition game for our group. But basically pick a month of time where whoever can get 100 no's the first will win $100 from me, or a $100 gift card, whatever you want. But basically the whole premise is the more no's that you're getting, the more yeses you're going to get too, because you're actually putting yourself out there and you're approaching people with this business. It's easy to hide behind the product, you guys, instead of being proof of the product. And in this business, you're supposed to be proof and not hiding behind it. So Darren Hardy gave us this really great visual where on one side he showed negative emotions you can feel: pain, rejection, sadness, failure. And on the other side is good emotions like joy, love, happiness, success. And he's like, in the middle is you. And most people don't ever want to feel very much of this. So they live like this, right down the middle. And his thing was, but if you're going to feel more of the joy, happiness, love, success, you're going to have to swing the other way too. And to be honest, that is so true in this business. If you want to hit those big highs, if you want to see major leaps happen, you're going to have big fails too. But guess what? It's okay, because me too. I guarantee there's not a mistake you guys are going to make that I haven't already made. I've already made myself a huge asshole to a client before. They totally left me because I assumed wrong and accused them of lying. Like, I've made huge mistakes that you guys don't even probably know about. So I don't want you to be afraid, because that's part of learning. You can ask me before to make sure you're not making a mistake, but I want you to not be afraid to put yourself out there, because that's how you change people's lives. And that's what we're here to do. So we're going to be doing that. You should shoot for sharing your story 3 times a week on social media, because most people don't even see your posts anyways. And you're having new friends come into your life, new people come into your life. And half the time people will be like, I didn't even know. Like, I remember putting up my transformation story that was only like a couple weeks apart. It was like the same one. And I had so many comments and people are like, this is amazing. I didn't know. And I was like, I posted it like 2 weeks ago. So don't think that people are just seeing repeats, because they're most likely not. Shoot for sharing the coaching opportunity, not like, oh, hey, come coach, but like, wow, this is how my life is changing because of this. These are people I'm meeting because of this. These are clients I'm helping because of this. 2 times a week. Celebrate every small win that you have. This is something I was really driving home with Emily. You need to celebrate when you do something, when you have your first challenger come on, when you hit Emerald, when you have a discount coach sign up, when you have someone who's in your life that says, my life changed because of you. Oh my gosh, you guys, you need to celebrate that, because that's big. And when we don't take advantage of celebrating those things, we don't even want to do anything. Like, why would we even be putting ourselves out there? Because we don't feel like we're actually getting where we want to go. So I want us as a team to be better about celebrating each other, giving each other shout outs, giving our challengers shout outs. I would like to start giving you all more public shout outs, to recognize you publicly and to be like, this is an awesome girl and she's doing a really awesome job growing a business and being a coach. So I would love for us to be a team that does that more. Let me see. What else did I have? Okay. What is 1 person per week? Oh yeah, that's you all, 1 person per week. Come up with your 5 or 6 topics that you love and you can post about. Sometimes it's really hard to know what you should be posting about for social media. So pick 5 or 6 things that is like your things. And then try to take a day to plan out what you're going to do. I'm going to start doing this too. Like on Sundays, be like, okay, Monday I'll talk about my story and I'll throw in something about food or something like that. Tuesday, maybe I'll talk about how this coaching thing is changing my life and the coaching opportunity more, and give a shout out to a challenger or something. And then 3, I'm going to go back to sharing my story again in a different way, maybe, or I'll go live. Like, try to plan it out so you don't have to spend so much time struggling in the moment. When you read a quote that you love, write it down. Take a minute to take a picture of it on your phone. If you see a post another coach does that you're really inspired by, take a picture of it and like reuse it somehow. It's not against the rules. Don't make it harder than it has to be. And I find that if you're inspired one moment and you're like, I should totally do a post about that, take the time to write it down, because later when you're like, oh, I'll do it later, then you're like, wait, what was I going to talk about again? I'm not feeling inspired. So just take a couple minutes, write down what you're thinking. It doesn't have to be everything. All right. That's basically my big things. Oh, this was my last thing of homework for you guys. This is one question I would like to hear back from everybody. If you had no time or financial limitations, what would you create in the next 2 years? And this is not me telling you you should want to create something. This is more, I want to know what your dream is. I want to know where you're going so that I can help you. And there's no right or wrong answer. All right. A couple of other things to go over. I'm going to start doing weekly Zooms where you guys can schedule with me to meet with me. I'm here to meet with you guys. I can help game plan, encourage anything with you all. So feel free to start scheduling those with me. Every Sunday night we'll post like the link in the team page and you can sign up. I would like for us to start doing more games in our challenge group, kind of like I tried to start the water tag one the other day. I would like for us to start doing that more and being more involved and making it fun. Like, these people are here, they're showing up. Let's show up too. Let's make this fun. Let's really dig in. I think there's more we can brainstorm and offer them. So let's try to do that. I'm going to also start making a weekly leaderboard for our challengers. Guys, we do leaderboards for us to recognize when we hit things. Why would we not make like a weekly leaderboard for challengers of like, maybe one week it's whoever's interacting the most. Maybe another week it's who's been the most consistent. But let's start recognizing them more too. One other side tip, strike while the iron is hot. Bonnie didn't know this the other day, but we will add people into the challenge group whenever. So if people are ready to sign up, just sign them up. It doesn't matter if it's in the middle of the group or not. So we're probably going to do a Push to Emerald group in August because it's also Team Cup. For those of you who don't know what Team Cup is, it's basically everybody in Beachbody gets to pair together in groups of 5. And it's like a game where we all just see who can get the most signups. It's not, it's not serious as in like, oh, we're going to get so mad at you if you're not getting anyone. It's more just a fun way to band together and try to have a really good month in your business. So I thought in correspondence, I guess, with Team Cup, we would do a Push to Emerald group because if you rank advanced, you also get points. And there's no reason why most of you all shouldn't be able to hit Emerald because a lot of you guys have discount coaches already. Let's see, half of you all are Emerald. And Karis, you're close, right? I thought. And Lauren, you're halfway. And Jenna's halfway. Yeah, y'all should be able to hit it. So anyways, and then my current Emeralds, make it your goal to keep going Emerald. You should try to keep hitting Emerald every month. That's 2 more discount coaches. So that's the goal that you shoot for. Something else I was just going to address really quick. A lot of you guys know Jessica, my upline, and Team Lead in Love. For a long time, she's had kind of a struggle with wanting to know if she really wanted to keep doing this as a business or doing other things. And she's kind of gone the route of she's not really doing the business anymore. And so I've decided to take you all out of like her team page because you're all in Team Rockstar Fit and you're in my team page. And April, Stephanie, and I are creating a hub for all of our coaches, our coach cousins, to know each other. We call it that because we're all like sister diamonds on the same team. So we will be doing like Emerald Zooms together and things like that. And I felt like it was too many pages to have you all in all of those. So just a quick, I pulled you out of there because nothing's really happening there. Anyways, I felt it was really important for you guys to see people who are taking action in the business, if that's what you're wanting. So that's just the direction we're going there. And I'm sure you all know this, but Rock the Basics has been done over and it's just Rock the Business now. I feel like everyone should do that training unless you're really solid in the business. They run it once a month. It's a month long and they hold it in the challenge tracker. They show you how to use the challenge tracker, all of that. So if you want to get in there, talk to me about that. I'm going to be kind of revamping my whole onboarding system for coaches. I'm going to be creating an entire resources page for all of you guys so that when you have a question or you want to find something, I'll be like, just go to the resources page and there will be a picture and there will be links for you to just click to find out about different things. I'm going to be making like an intro video for the team page for new coaches, and I will have a link for them to join the New Coach Business Basics, a link for them to join Team Rockstar Fit, a link to the resources page, like all of that. I might even start making like videos about common questions that I get from you all so that when more people are asking these questions, I can just be like, go to the YouTube channel or whatever. So I wanted to make sure I was providing what you guys need. And sometimes responding to everyone about different things gets hard. So I would love for it to be easier for you guys to just be able to go somewhere and have what you need. So that's coming down the pipe. I told you all the other day, I'm shooting to hit 5-star by next summit. It's a really huge goal. It's probably one I would be too scared to even share with out loud, but I am. So that's not me saying pressure on you. That's just me saying this is something I really want to shoot for. If you want to join me, that's great. But ultimately, this is about me being whatever coach you need. And so I just want to know what you need from me. If you just want to be a hobby coach, great. You want to work the business, great. So I'm just here for you guys. So with that being said, does anybody else have any other questions for me? No? All right. Well, I don't think I have much else. I mean, there's so much I could share from Summit. It's hard to even share it all. But how about we say everybody gets that homework back to me within a week? And within a week, I will let you all know when you are expected to post in the team page your story and go live. Sound good? I mean, I know I need to practice, so. All right. And everybody, I don't know if everybody knows each other, so let's do a quick intro. Because like Maddie is on here for the first time, and Lauren. So go ahead. Maddie or Lauren, go ahead. One of you. This is Maddie, my niece, and she's going to be helping me out with a lot of things like the resources page and all of this stuff. So she's kind of hopping on here to like even know how we are and what we need help with. Yes. She's in the chat. Yeah. All right. And Lauren, you want to say anything at all?
Oh, well, I don't know.
Tell us who you are. You got 2 kids, soon to be 3.
I have 2 kids, soon to be 3. Yes, I am not pregnant. I am getting married to a man who has a son who's 7. So anyways, I kind of got involved after meeting up with Joy on Facebook, and just my nutrition and needing to be an example for my kids was starting to be a really big thing for me. I had just gone through a divorce, and so popcorn and smoothies 3 nights a week for dinner was really my favorite thing, and was becoming my kids' favorite thing. And so that just was not the lifestyle that I want for them. So that's kind of what prompted me to get involved, and I'm excited. I gave notice at my job so that I can work the business full time. So I'm really excited about that. Hopefully that will start. I'm transitioning out of my job. So middle of August, I'll be done working. Awesome. So I'm excited for that to happen. And my fiance and I just are finishing up 3-day refresh. So I can't wait for some real.
Yes, we all know how that feels.
It's brutal. Yeah. It was rough.
Thank you for sharing. Jenna, how about you introduce yourself? Because you're new on here. Oh, now we can't see you. And there you are. No, we can't hear you. Are you muted? Oh, here, let me unmute you. I can unmute you. Now talk.
Oh, hi, I'm Jenna Watkins, and I have 4 kids, been married almost 13 years, and I joined Beachbody recently because Joy has been encouraging me to do it for a long time. Yeah, I've gone through like a serious weight loss journey, but now I'm kind of like leveling out and figuring out like how to maintain and then focus a little bit more on my nutrition and balance. So I don't know, I'm just sending out invites to random people, and I'm kind of like where Joy was talking about. I was encouraged to hear like, you know, or maybe it was Emily, like where I'm just sort of in the stage, I feel like, of planting seeds and having these conversations going with a lot of women, because a lot of them are like, oh, well, I'm kind of doing this and I'm kind of doing that. And So,
That's, I mean, all of us who've been in this for a while, we're all like, yeah, sounds about right. And you have seasons.
Follow up.
You have tons of seasons. You'll have a season of a ton of no's, then you'll have a season of a ton of yeses. And it's like this wave that goes back and forth, which is why consistency is so important.
yeah.
So you're doing awesome. I'm super proud of you.
Thanks.
All right, Karis, you want to say hi?
Sure. Hi, guys.
Hello.
Hey.
I'm Karis. I don't always sound like a man, but I'm sick right now, so that's why I sound like this. But I joined Beachbody, I think in April. I was posting a lot about yoga because I'm a yoga instructor, and Joy reached out to me and asked me why I was coaching basically and not getting paid for it. And I said,
Yes.
hey, good. Why am I not getting paid for this? So I signed up mostly just for the discount to try Shakeology and stuff. But I actually really like the workouts, and I've never enjoyed working out ever. So being sick has been super sad, and I can't wait to start doing the workouts again. But and my older sister just joined, and I love having her in there. She's Rachel Pilkington, so she's the one in our challenge group. She's my older sister, so.
Awesome. Guys, I think we're running out of time.
Yeah, I have to run. We're doing a family
Awesome.
dinner. So I gotta
All right. Well, good to see you all. I will see you next time. Thanks for hopping on.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.